everybody, this is Luke Harmon, Director of Entertainment Operations out here at the Bornemann Theater at Terry Campus of Life, where today we've got the Dragonfly Music Festival. How's everybody doing?
And I'm Brian Tierney with Backstage 360. Luke, thanks for taking some time with us, man.
Hey dude, thanks a bunch, my pleasure.
So first thing I gotta bring up is something that you said to me a long time ago when I first met you, okay? He's not shy.
Nope.
So I walked into this place and I said, wow, this is really nice. And Luke looked at me and goes, this is the best kept secret in town. And I said, well, that's not good. You know what? If you keep doing this stuff, the secret's out, man.
Right?
What are you
exactly.
going to do now?
That's the goal. We don't want to be the best kept secret, you know?
Let's start with a little bit of the history, because the Bornemann Theater's been open about a year, correct?
Yep, a little over a year. We opened May 4th of 2024, actually, was our first show in there, and since then, I've done 92 different shows on the Bornemann stage. Yeah.
But it's not just music. You also have other kinds of events here in the Bornemann Theater itself.
Yeah, absolutely. We have, you know, aside from live music, we do theater, we do dance, we had opera come on in just recently. You know, it's a space for everybody. One of the coolest things about the Bornemann Theater is everything that we do in the theater goes back to support individuals with special needs. So, you know, rock stars, bands, theater companies, you know, if you guys are looking for an awesome spot, you know, I've got the room for you. But also when you book with the Bornemann, when you put your show on there, you're helping people out with it. You know, you're doing an amazing job. You've got your awesome show going, and your show is helping people with special needs. It's the whole reason why I do what I do out here. It's to help our individuals with special needs, and we have a great time doing it.
You know, if you haven't been here yet, you got to come, and you got to follow these guys because they have great shows here. And the problem I have with their seats inside is they're too comfortable because I don't want to leave after I get in them. The sound system is incredible, and the lighting is incredible, and it's a pretty generous stage too.
Yeah, right. I know exactly. Like, you know, it's one of the fun things. You know, when I bring people out to the campus, you know, they see what we got here. They're like, "Wow, this is not what I pictured out here at all." You know, that kind of sense of fun and almost like, you know, great energy comes on out for everybody. And then once they go on into the theater, they're like, "Whoa, what is this? You know, this is not the type of room that I expected out here. You know, this is brand new. Like, your seats all smell clean. You know, the green rooms, they're immaculate. You know."
You know, I thought pulling this event off might be a little tricky because it's not real grass, but it's working out well.
Yeah, right.
I only dug up 2 holes, so I'm going to replace them before I go. But everything was really good. Talk about how this festival, and I know you're working a lot with Six String Society, and they're bringing a lot of shows in here.
Yep, yeah, absolutely. I mean, my buddy Ken Rexroad at Six String Society has been an amazing partner over the last year. You know, he and I linked up together. Our first show together was actually Murrin Bradley last September. It was an amazing show, U.S. debut of this artist. And ever since then, you know, he and I just hit it off. I mean, we're both Arizona State alum, so, you know, our kind of inside joke, yeah, right?
Didn't know that. Okay.
Our little inside joke is we're twins, right? You know, but yeah, I mean, Six String has been just an amazing partner for us. We've done some amazing shows out here, and Dragonfly has just been an awesome experience for everybody. You know, it's an older festival that Ken had done out in Sedona, and then I went on hibernation for a bit, but then he said, you know, like, hey, this is where I want to relaunch it. Let's do this, guys. And we said, yeah, absolutely, let's do it. You know, so we paired up, and yeah, I got some great partners out here. My friends at Los Cuernos are here pouring wine. You know, we've got, you know, some amazing charcuterie. You know, our on-site restaurant has some of the best food you're going to have in North County. I mean, everybody just pulled like triple duty to pull this off, and I mean, it's been one heck of a day. It's been a lot of fun.
You know, there's not just the Bornemann Theater inside, which we were just talking about, but there's also a little cafe just right next door here that also has bands occasionally.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, our Common Grounds Cafe. I mean, it's a lot of fun. I mean, you go in there, it's got that really fun, kind of unique coffee shop, mom and pop vibe and everything. One of the other really cool things about that space, though, like everything out here on the campus, it goes back also to support special needs. You know, we provide vocational opportunities for folks. They get on-the-job training skills. Some of them actually go on to work in the cafe. So it's just another example of how we're partners with our community. You know, we're giving back, and the community is kind of paying it forward with us as well. providing opportunities for our individuals. So it's just a great partnership with everyone all the way around.
I'll tell you, don't come here if you're not hungry, because the portions in the restaurant are pretty good size. Okay. So how does, you're in charge of the entertainment, the bands.
Yes, sir.
How does a band that may have an interest what do you prefer them do? Send you an EPK? You want a phone call? What do you want?
Absolutely. Send me your EPK, shoot it over to me via email, and then we will get in touch. We will have a great time. I love to get people out here for tours and everything like that. So yeah, just shoot me your EPK, lukeh@terryinc.org. You can also find me at thebornemann.com. That's where you can also find info for all of our shows, see what's coming up, get your tickets, get stoked out. And if you scroll to the very bottom of that page, you see this guy's mug there and how you can get in touch with me. So, yeah.
For you backstagers out there, we also publish what's going on in this theater on the first day of every month. So all of you watch that stuff. So, but follow these guys, because there's a lot of variety here. There's good music. And it's only a minute from my house, so maybe I'm a little biased. You think?
It's awesome. We're your local entertainment option here in San Marcos. I encourage everybody, go out and see as much live entertainment as you can. Support the arts anywhere and everywhere you can. When you come on out here, your dollars go further, and that you're doing this for a cause. You're coming out, you're seeing an amazing show, having a great meal at the cafe, having an excellent beer, glass of wine here at our concessions, and it all goes back to help folks out.
Luke, thanks for taking some time with us.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Backstage 360, everybody. Legit folk.
I like that guy, Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. We're going to bring some more bands to you, so don't go anywhere.
I'm Noah Kapchinske from the Sea Monks.
And I'm Brian Tierney with Backstage 360. Thanks for joining us. We're going to talk about the Sea Monks just a little bit. When did the Sea Monks come into existence, and what was the reason?
So my brother and I had been playing together just as a duo for a while in elementary school, and we convinced my dad to get a bass and start learning bass.
That's your bass
about
player
10 years
now?
ago. Yeah, our bass player is my dad, and then my brother's on drums.
I thought he looked older.
Yeah. And so, he started playing. We were taking lessons together for a while. And that was 10 years ago. 2015, we played our first show at just like a craft fair at Kate Sessions Elementary School. Yeah.
I've heard that I first saw you guys in Escondido. And honestly, when I'm working, I'm just shooting, and I don't actually hear the band. It's that, right? But you guys came on, and then I sat there, and I put the camera down, and I went, I like that style a lot, Cool. Now I know it's a family band, right? Everybody in the band, threesome.
Yeah.
Brother, dad, and you.
Yeah.
But you're also traveling to places like Vegas and stuff.
Yeah, well, we've done Tennessee, Texas, Missouri, Colorado. Hoping to do more. We've gone up the coast to Oregon and Washington. Yeah, we try to get as much as we can. My dad's got a real job, and so he can't get too much time off. And then my brother and I can be more flexible because we're just coffee shops or whatever. So.
But if I learn how to play bass,
yeah, we can go on the road.
I can tour. Right?
Yeah.
Of course, with what's going on right now, I need a wagon and wheel me around in.
Yeah, that's right.
So the style of guitar is really smooth, silky smooth.
Well, thank you, man.
Your style is really unique. Do you remember your first guitar? I mean, all of us had the first guitar. What was it?
Well, so when I was 7, I believe, my dad got me for my birthday just kind of a cheap acoustic guitar type of thing, because he didn't even know if I'd enjoy it or whatever.
Sears Silvertone.
Cool, man. Yeah, I don't know what the brand was even. It was just some little black 3/4 size guitar, and then from there, not too long afterwards, I was getting into the guitar. And I was at this bluegrass festival, and my grandma, who was just over here a second ago, she bought a raffle ticket for a nice Taylor electric, solid body electric guitar, and won that. So that was my main guitar for a long time, several years.
Stratocaster currently?
What was that?
Stratocaster currently?
It was no. I play a thin line Telecaster right now, but I've been wanting to look at a wanting to get a Stratocaster at some point.
Mark's over there laughing because I have a Tele, and
Yeah.
he says, "Hey, you should have known."
Oh, it's a thin line Tele, so it's got like the little different look, and it's got like a F-hole in it. It's like semi-hollow body.
That's what threw me off.
Yeah, and I glued a bunch of coins all over it, so that makes it look weirder.
How is the music written? What inspires you to write? Who's doing the writing? Who's doing the lyrics? Who's doing the rest of the stuff? It's collaboration?
You know, all three of us have brought a lot of songs to the table. At first it was mostly my dad bringing lyrics, then we kind of put the music to it together. And then since then, I've written several songs, and my brother's just started writing. Jonas started writing some as well. We played one of those today. And yeah, so often one of us will have a pretty, like a rough draft idea, and then we'll just kind of, help it take shape together in the garage.
The practice routine for you, because you're not that old, but so the practice routine must have been pretty intense for many years. What was it like?
I guess, I mean, for a long time it was kind of just, I didn't really know how to practice that well, I was just playing and noodling a lot and like learning some songs and stuff, which is a great way to practice is to learn songs and stuff. But more recently, in the last couple of years or so, I've gotten a lot more disciplined about like the way that I practice, and I've noticed a big improvement. Like I can give you one exercise that I've been doing that has really helped me just understand the fretboard better. Is say you take there's 5 positions of the pentatonic. So there's 5 positions of the pentatonic scale, right? So say you start around the 12th fret, you go like around the circle of fifths, and that if you go in fifths, staying in the same kind of hand position and doing whatever position of the 5 positions is relevant to that part of the fretboard, and see if you can get all the way down the fretboard doing those around the circle of fifths, all the way down to fret 0, and then go back up in fourths. Do that in major and minor. I've been doing that. That has really been a major game changer for me. So I
Are you a San Diego native?
Yeah, was born here. Spent a little bit of time up in Oregon and Washington when I was really young, and I've been back down to San Diego since I was about 6, and then I moved up to San Clemente about a year and a half ago.
So, if I wanted to have guitar lessons, I can just call you up and learn that pentatonic scale, because he's been trying to teach me, but he's not a good teacher. It's just not a good teacher.
No, man, whenever I get the chance, I love doing that kind of thing. So if anyone's interested,
Let's let the fans know. Well, before we do that, describe the style of your music, because it's got a lot of different influences in it, I think.
Cool, man. Yeah, I like a wide variety. My first big major musical influence was Johnny Cash, and it was through him that I kind of found the Sun Records sound and the outlaw kind of country sound. And then through that, like the honky-tonk stuff. So all the country stuff, and then also, like I'm a huge fan of Mark Knopfler and some jazz stuff too. Grant Green's one of my favorite guitar players. Variety, I like some punk rock and
A little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Tell your fans how they can follow you, how they can find you, and what's going on in your life.
So you can find our band at the Sea Monks on Instagram. It's the one with the Sea Monks. And then we've got like a website and all the other social medias and stuff. We've been putting out a single on Spotify at the beginning of every month. So we got another one coming out on the 1st of the next month. So keep an eye out for that if you want.
What's in the future for the Sea Monks?
I don't know. I don't really know. We're going to keep trying to do this as much as we can and take it as far as we can. We've been talking about trying to spend some more time in Nashville and see if we can get that going.
Your sound goes well in Nashville. It's a fun place.
So. I hope so.
All of these guys, they're fun, they're good to watch, and I think everybody would enjoy them. Hey, thanks for taking some time with us, man. Appreciate it very much.
Man. Appreciate it.
For Backstage 360, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.